Hey everyone, welcome to yet another episode of Ying's Squawk Box. Haven't been doing this for 3 to 4 months. It's good to be back. Glad to see you guys. Today we're going to be talking about some of the most interesting positions I've been holding. So, with that being said, let's turn our attention to the chart. This is the S&P 500. We talk about this top. Let's put it across. That's an all-time high in early this year before pandemic, and then pandemic happened, right? Business are closing down. We have people working from home. A lot of the economic activities hit a stagnant behavior, hit a plateau, right? Things got worse. That's the dip. That's the dip that's always been on my chart, and I've been always looking at this. Unfortunately, I didn't get involved here, but luckily, I have my Ying's timer algorithm, which allow me to get into this area, which as you can see right now, it's a pretty good buy. It's specifically in mid-March. Perhaps I add a little bit early April. That's going to be the buy. It's not only going to be a good trade, but it's also going to turn into an investment. Right now, I'm holding a portfolio, right? In tech chart, in blue chip, in microchips, right? There sectors that I put my money in. There are also industries that I put my money in. Most likely, just like my personal career, it's related to artificial intelligence, meaning I'm holding Amazon. That's like a tech stock, right? Everybody knows it. Meaning also what? I'm holding Netflix. Netflix is also quite interesting. Has lots of volatilities here, but that's okay. I think overall it's healthy. Here we have base that forms the bottom. And on top of that, we have this 575 level. That's going to be a big level. And we think we're going to get to that eventually. And that's going to be pushing the stock to another high. On top of that, what else? We also have NVIDIA. Me personally, I use computer technology intensively. I use CPU, I use GPU, I do parallel computing. Mostly it's related to research projects. So me personally, I value the worth of this stock as well as AMD, Advanced Microchip. These two stocks I both holding. I'm using both of their products, both their CPUs and their GPUs. And of course, I value the future potential of microchip stock. They're in the semiconductor industry. It's going to be the industry that's going to be building the foundation of the next generation artificial intelligence. If we mess up here, then my research is screwed. There's no point you train a neural network if you don't have a good CPU or GPU, right? So that's going to be the foundation. And I think in the future, as artificial intelligence become more common to the companies out there, these are going to be the kind of providers in terms of the chips, in terms of semiconductor technology. They are out there forming the foundation. So that being said, there's also another stock called Microchip, MChip. That's another stock in the semiconductor industry that I hold. Overall, these three companies, NVIDIA, AMD, and Microchip, forms a strong holding in terms of semiconductor industry to strengthen my portfolio. If things go up, if we have any sort of good news, bad news of Google, Amazon, Netflix, right? These tech companies, once they have a new breakthrough, these are going to be the stock that go up first. So that's going to be the idea there. That's why I like it. That's why I've been keep holding it. What are some other stocks that I like, right? What a lot of you don't really realize is I actually have Tesla, and I'm very lucky that I bought on this day. Let's put a vertical line, boom. That's the day I bought. Now, as you can see right now, it looks good, right? But when that day actually happened, the stock has been dropping from $500 to $300. And in my head, I was like, oh my God, this can't be happening, right? This can't go that low. So that's pretty much why I bought it. Now, of course, on top of that, I also have my algorithm strengthening and confirming my human interpretability. So that's like a second layer of probability that I follow. But overall, I think I got into the stock somewhere here, pretty much around $350, $360. And I've been holding the stock ever since. So far, I've been holding the stock for 3 months now. It's been doing great. It's at over $600. It's great. Now, if you're a good trader, like some of the friends I had on Wall Street, you should probably be getting around this area. That's going to be a horizontal line. That's going to be the resistance. You break that, right? You break that, and that's going to be pretty good buy spot. Unfortunately, I personally missed that spot, so I wasn't involved. You can also buy somewhere here. It's a little bit dangerous buy, right? But it's a good buy still because the stock is in momentum mode, right? It's just going to keep going up until the next wave hit. So far, looking at the stock right now, I think people like electronic cars. I think in the future, along with the SpaceX program, they're gonna somehow be joining in the technology with the cars and with the satellite. It's going to be having a closed system, so it might actually have a much more power in fighting against the Congress as well as NASA. So I think there's going to be a lot of potential of this stock. On top of that, Elon Musk is crazy, and I believe that his craziness will bring new adventure to this company, which is what the social media love about him. And overall, it's going nowhere but up. Another stock that I held that unfortunately no one paid attention to. I've been talking this stock all the way since 2019, and as you can probably imagine, it's Disney. I've been talking about this stock all the way since here, right? That's like a clear resistance. A clear resistance, that's like an earnings jump. Let's put a vertical line, boom. And stock has been pretty much above here, hovering around, have a little big breakout somewhere here. That's going to be November of 2019. And it has a lot of disappointment during pandemic, right? You probably imagine, right? Disney's most profitable business area is parks, right? Theme parks. If these are closing down due to pandemic, then obviously the performance is going to take a hit, which is why we have this bottom here, along with the market, along with the pandemic. That makes sense. It's kind of predictable, right? If you can see the pandemic happening, you're no longer going to the parks, you should expect a reduction of their revenue. So all this makes some sense. What don't make sense to me is people don't really believe in stock during the pandemic. I'm probably the only person believing Disney during pandemic. That's why I bought it here. For example, I bought it there. For example, I bought it there again, and that's it. That's where I bought it. And once I'm involved in stock, I think it's a good trade. I think it could turn into a good investment. And pretty much from June, right, the mid of 2020, it's just going to be a hands-off mode, right? I have the position there. It's been going up a little bit. Here we have this small jump. Let's put a vertical line. And it looks pretty good, right? I bought this stock around $100, a little bit below $100, around $95. And immediately in 2 months, it's like $120. So that looks great. And I was like, okay, that becomes an investment. I don't need to manage it. And look at the stock right now. It's at $175, right? We had one jump here. I think that's due to news that some of the parks are reopening, because that's actually a date where the first trial of COVID-19 vaccine uh, when available in the market. So I think that's going to be overall good news. Obviously, that information is priced into the stock price, and we're already having investors starting chasing this name. Today we have another jump, right? Let's put a vertical bar. It's due to all the good movies that's coming out, right? For example, next May, I believe it's May 7th, we're going to be expecting Black Widow. Let's put a vertical line, right? Scarlett Johansson is a great actress. Come on, man. She's winning lots of awards, right? You name it. And she's been with the franchise for over 10 years. Now she finally gets her own movie. And they also have the guy from Stranger Things be on board with this movie, which is also going to play a fatherly figure for the team. It's kind of like the family that Black Widow never had. I think it's actually strengthening what they've been talking about as the beginning of the phase 4 for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which means we're going to be expecting a lot more characters. We're going to be expecting a new Spider-Man movie, a new Ant-Man movie, as well as the participation of Fantastic Four. All those things are going to be coming in 2021. So why not buy this stock right now, right? So I think all you guys should buy it, especially after I bought it, right? So you guys can help me boost the price up a little bit. And I think overall it looks great. So there you go. I hope you liked this episode. If you want to support the channel, give a like and hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next episode.